In this lesson, we will discuss factorization and which is related to a square minus b square. So first of all, I will explain to you a square minus b square, and this is the third formula which we use in algebra. A square minus b square. See, the square of first term negative square of the second term is equal to one time you have to write down in positive whatever you have instead of a, whatever you have instead of b, you have to write down one time in positive multiply by one time in negative. Now, what does it mean? Suppose we have here 4 minus 9, and I will make it suppose 4x 9y, right? So I can write down instead of 4, I can make it 2x square, right? If I expand this, it is 4x square minus instead of 9y, I will write down 3y whole square. So the first square, the square of first term minus square of the second term. Here instead of a, we have 2x. Instead of b, we have 3y. So this is called the a square minus b square. How I will expand it? It is equal to whatever we have instead of a or b. First time I will write down in positive, same thing in the parenthesis, multiply by 2x minus 3y. So simple. This is the simplest formula. A square minus b square, right? The square of the first term is square of the second term equal to a plus b multiplied by a minus b. One time you have to write down with the positive sign a plus b. One time you have to write down with the negative sign. If someone asks you how come a square minus b square is equal to a plus b, a multiplied by a minus b, prove it. So very easy. We will multiply a minus b. I said a square minus b square is equal to a plus b multiplied by a minus b. So just multiply. How we will multiply? First we will multiply with a with the second bracket and then with positive b with the second bracket. And you know, in multiplication we add the powers of the same basis. Sorry, this is negative, plus minus minus. So here we have negative. So see, this is negative AB, this is positive AB. Same variable but the opposite sign will cancel. Only we have a square minus b square. So a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So this factorization is based on this formula, and this one again you have to memorize it. Okay, first question is 3x square minus 75y square. But I told you that formula is a square minus b square, the square of the first term and the square of the second term. Yes, we can make the square of x and y, but we cannot make the square of 3 and 75. So what is the first step I told you? Whenever we do the factorization, first of all, you have to see whether we can take anything common or not. From here, yes, we can take 3 as a common. So what is remaining? X square minus 3 2 time, and then this is 25y square. So 3 is a common. Now you can see we can make the square of the first term and then negative the square of the second term. So this is a and this is b. A square minus b square. One time you have to write down with the positive, one time you have to write with the negative. But do not forget to write down 3 because 3 is a common. X is a, then one time in the positive sign with the b, plus 5y, and 1 with negative, and this is the answer. If you will multiply this again, you will get the same thing. Move on to the second question. X multiplied by x minus y minus y minus 1. Can we take anything common? No. So here This is important question. Important means you have to practice 10 times. And this question will come in the exam. X square minus x minus y square positive y. See, multiply this parenthesis with x, this parenthesis with y. So we have this, right? Now we will arrange x square. This minus y square will come up here. And then is minus x plus y. So here, see, we will make this like this and this. So this is again a square and b square. This is the square of y, right? Not the whole square. This is y square. So one time we will write down with the positive sign. One time we will write down with the negative sign. And minus here, right? Minus 1 we will take as a common. So here will be minus 1. So from these two brackets, from here to here and here to here, we can take x minus 1 common, because x minus 1 is here, x minus 1 is here. What is remaining? X plus y minus 1 here, and this is the answer. If again you will multiply these two parentheses, you will get your question. And this is the important question. You have to multiply first this, then we will arrange. See, x square minus y square together instead of a and b. This is a square, this formula. A square and b square, we have x and y. So how we will expand this? One time we will write down with the positive sign, one time we will write with the negative sign, and I did here. So this thing is remaining here. Minus 1 we will take common and x minus 1. Then we will take x minus y common from these two. Remaining is multiply by x plus y minus 1. Okay. Next question. 128 am square minus 242 an square. What we can take common here? First thing is you have to see whether you can take anything common or not. Yes, we can take 2a. So here is 2 6 times 64 m square minus 121 n square is remaining in the parenthesis, because a and a we have taken as a common. So 2a will remain the same. Here, can you make the square of this first term? Yes, this is the square of 8 times 64. And this one is 11 times 121. So this is now a square, this is b square. How you can expand it? One time we will write down 8m, whatever inside the parenthesis, with a positive, and one time we can write down with the negative, because this is the formula a square minus b square. Why again and again I am writing? In this way you will learn. You have to memorize this. This is a square. I told you, instead of a you can have anything. So this is the variable, this is the coefficient 8m minus, this is a square minus b square. So first one time you have to write down with the positive sign, one time you have to write down with the negative sign. Okay, one more question, that is 3x minus 243x cubed. What is the first step in factorization? Can we take anything common? Yes, we can take 3x. So here is 1 minus 81x square. Now, the first term is 1. We can take the square of this. Second is 81, which is the square of 9, right? So again it is a square minus b square. So one time we will write down 1 plus 9x, one time 1 minus 9x. Only you have to write down whatever is inside the parenthesis, not the exponent. 3x we have taken as a common. 1 plus 9x, 1 minus 9x. Which formula we have used? A square minus b square. One time positive, one time negative. right? Okay, now next question is 6x4 exponent 4 minus 96. What is the first step? Can we take anything common? Yes, we can. 6 we can take as a common. So inside the parenthesis, we have x power 4 left minus here 16. Now we can make the square of the first term. We can make the square of the second term. Now, one time we can write down whatever is inside the parenthesis x squared positive 4 and one time multiply by x square minus 4. And from here, this is very important part. See, this is x square plus 4, that is fine. Multiply by x square minus 4. This is again a square minus b square. See, 6 x square plus 4 is 1. And here, this is the square with the 2 square. So one time again we will write down x square plus 4 will remain the same, x plus 2 into x minus 2. From here it is important again, right? This is same, x square minus 4. So again we can make the square of this, and this is, I can write down clearly here so you can see. This is a square minus b square again. So a plus b, a minus b. Again you have to write down. And if you multiply all this together, again you will get the question. So this is the important question. It may come in the exam. Last question, which is very important, right? 4x square minus 2y minus z square. So this is a and this is b. Again, same thing we will use. A square formula, a square minus b square. One time we will write down with the positive, one time we will write down with the negative. So this is a and this complete is b. Instead of b, I told you, you can have anything. So here we have 2y minus z whole square. This is b. So first is make the square of the first term, and this is the square of the second term. Instead of a, we can have this one, 2x. We have 2x. Instead of b, we have 2y minus z. So how we will expand it? One time we will write down with the positive sign. This is very, very important, right? How I will show you here. See, 2x, this thing with the positive, right? With the positive. So minus plus minus, it is minus, and it is plus z. It will be like this. When we will write down with the positive, you have to, so see, positive minus this minus, and then minus minus plus. Now here with the negative sign, this one, 2x will remain the same because a, whatever you have write down a, now we are writing in negative, and we already have one negative here, one negative here, right? So here negative negative, it will be positive 2y, and this is negative negative plus, but this is negative another negative, so it is minus z. It is very, that is why it is very important. This concept is very important. One time you have to write down with the positive this part, whatever you have in the, instead of a, you can write down as it is. Only one time with the positive b, you have to write down whatever you have b. We have 2y minus z. One time we have to write down with the positive. So this is with the positive, right? Positive minus minus, so it will remain the same, and minus minus plus, it is plus. But here is with the negative, we have to consider one more negative. Negative negative, this is plus, so 2y. Here is negative negative plus, but this is another negative, so it will make minus z. This is important question. Practice it, right? So we have learned In this lesson, the factorization related to a square minus b square. Very simple. We have proved as well this formula. One time you have to write down whatever you have instead of a and instead of b with the positive sign, one time with the negative sign. If still any point is not clear, without any hesitation, you can write down in comment section. But please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, Sci My Academy, and thanks for watching.